Florence Ada Coxon, Justice of the Peace, Order of the British Empire, Barrister at Law. Kings Lynn's first female mayor, 1925 to 26. Ada was born Florence Ada Neal on Monday the 31st of March 1862. Bridging the 19th and 20th centuries, Ada Coxon was certainly a remarkable, determined and intelligent woman who achieved so much in her lifetime. We must remember she lived at a time when women were still the homemakers, mothers, wives and sisters of the men considered to be more important. The Neals' family home was in Emnith, near Wisbech in Cambridgeshire. In 1885, her father was the master miller at the steam mill in Emnith, which is located just behind their house, as seen in this photograph. Ada met a young man in her Wisbech area social group. Stephen Arthur Thomas Coxon was known to his family as SAT. SAT and Ada were married when she was 21 years old. He became a qualified dentist and later Mayor of Kings Lynn in 1923 with his wife, Ada, as his mayoress, supporting him throughout his year in office. This is the Coxons' family home, number 5, King Street in Kings Lynn. The building to the left is a dentist's surgery where we believe that SAT Coxon ran his dental practice. Ada and SAT had 3 children, Howard, Cedric and Beryl. It was Beryl who was Ada's mayoress and the author of the poem about the year of Ada Coxon as Mayor of Kings Lynn. The career of Florence Ada Coxon, written by her daughter Beryl. In all a long 700 years, though full many illustrious mayors the borough of Kings Lynn had seen, yet never had there a woman been. Until the town council unanimously elected, the acceptance of office being duly effected, one of their members by name, Florence Ada, the right worshipful Mayor of Lynn, they made her. Her inaugural speech, the critics said, seemed a fine ovation and was well read, being by the newspapers verbatim reported, though publicity she never had courted. Looking round at the portraits on the wall, distinguished past members of that hall, she hoped they would not frown or censure one bold enough to make this venture. She spoke as well of women's fight to obtain for her sex an equal right, and with fine purpose and unafraid, she went forward with hope in a new decade. She attended St. Margaret's in civic state, the Sabbath following that important date. Her husband, director of ceremonies also, marshalled the procession the way it should go. The bearers with pride carried their maces, for her worship who decked in ruffles and laces, lustre on the high office admittedly shed, as with dignified view with the town clerk she led. For public and political services then she had the honour conferred of the OBE, and also, as often she'd long hoped to be, on the bench she now sits as a county JP. And after all this she took up the law, how knocked she in vain at the legal door? For called to the bar at 72, she created again in a record new. Ada Coxon was definitely a woman of high achievement, determination and intellect. In 1929 she was awarded the OBE for public and political services in East Anglia. She passed her law exams in 1930. Age is no obstacle was her motto. She proved this by being called to the bar at age 70. No other woman of that age had achieved this qualification in only 2.5 years. She died in 1951, aged 89. Florence Ada Coxon, Kings Lynn's first female mayor, was written and created by Rachel Williams, Learning and Engagement Officer for Stories of Lynn, where Ada Coxon's regalia and portrait are exhibited. Thanks must go to Ada Coxon's great-grandson, Tony Bellars, who, following a chance meeting with Rachel, kindly shared the family collection of photographs and artifacts, including Beryl's poem, from which extracts have been read in this presentation.